Hey fam, it's Fisayo here, and so many things have happened since we put out the video on the cryptocurrency ban. The CBN Governor, the Central Bank of Nigeria, has spoken on TV in front of the National Assembly. So, I watched that. The CBN put out a 5-page press release. I read that so you don't have to. The Vice President of Nigeria also released something related to the crypto ban. You guessed it. I watched that so you don't have to. Plus a couple of other research materials so you can watch this video and get all the full details without having to watch a lot of things. And in this video I also talk about the title, account blocking. If all of that is something that you're interested in, I would love it if you could give this video a thumbs up so more people can get this analysis in a more digestive format. And speaking of digestive, I always have my timestamps in the description, the chapters of this video, so you can skip ahead to different sections of this video that you want quick information about. Welcome to another Finance Friday video, and without further ado, let's get to it. The first thing we'll be addressing is the video that the CBN governor put out. In that video, the CBN, the thing that he said that shocked a lot of people is that Bitcoin transactions or Bitcoin comes out of thin air.
It is money that is created out of thin air.
I guess that was sort of a hard-hitting point for people who are very invested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, because on one hand, Bitcoin, unlike the current money that you and I are spending, Naira and dollars, is limited only in supply to 21 million Bitcoin ever. Now, in comparison to money, the government can print money whenever they feel like. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, normal money is not limited. It is unlimited, sort of. The role of the central bank is to protect its citizens. And, on the one hand, the CBN is trying to protect Nigeria from the volatility of cryptocurrency. And that's their stance as a regulator. They don't want to take part in something that is encrypted or that they can't control. And if you look at it from their perspective, uninformed people can lose a lot of money when trading cryptocurrency, especially if they use it not as a means of exchange but as a speculative tool, as an investment asset. When they trade cryptocurrency like the stock market, in the end, people don't want their money just sitting there, in a savings account with very little interest without growing, and with bank charges on top, where they are saving money and they are actually losing money. So people find an asset that appreciates, like the stock market, and in this case Bitcoin, which is very risky, and they might take that chance. The CBN also said in this video that they have their IT people making investigations into cryptocurrency exchanges so that they will figure out what has been going on. I don't know to what extent this is going to go. However, the key word is that they may publish the results of what they find after these investigations. The CBN governor further reinstated that cryptocurrency has been used for kidnapping, for money laundering, terrorism, and he said that he wonders why Nigeria comes second in the world in the use of a tool that is used to facilitate scams. The reason for the ban, according to him, also was that they don't want anything that has to, do with hiding. So banning cryptocurrency should stop all these bad things. Many people think that if there was no ban on cryptocurrency, the CBN could have been able to monitor the exchanges. But now that it's P2P, they can't monitor that again. And that's the nature of cryptocurrency. It will still keep being traded, and with P2P transactions, it's only between two people and not necessarily involving a company that can serve as a regulator to know the person themselves. However, there's something called the blockchain, where every single Bitcoin transaction, every single cryptocurrency transaction can actually be recorded on. So it's also transparent in a way, as it's not transparent. I don't know if you get what I mean. But now that the ban has been effected, how did the citizens take it? How did it affect us? I'm taking a call from a friend who runs quite a large tech business. For security purposes, I won't mention his name, but hear this. Let's discuss. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, bro.
I wanted you to know that we're on camera right now.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're basically talking about the crypto ban.
Oh, yeah. Yes, so.
I remember you sent a message that your account got blocked. Can you share what happened, how it happened, why it was blocked, and what was the response from the bank?
I woke up that day. I needed to transfer money to someone actually, and then I saw that gotten this message that my account has been restricted. I kept trying. I left the app. I started using the USSD code. It was still the same thing. I complained. I called the customer care, and they told me, they asked if I traded, if I did any crypto transactions. And I was like, okay, yes, I could. crypto transaction. It's not like I wasn't even big in crypto. I was just, it's not like my business is doing well, so I don't really need anything of so. But I just wanted to try it. I guess I bought and then I added crypto to my description, something like that. So I don't know. It just happened like that. So they told me to come to the bank. They told me to take all my money out, that they have to close the account. I was still trying to plead and explain to them, and they were just like, okay, it's the CBN policy, blah, blah, blah. No.
Wow.
It was just really unfair. That account I've used for a lot of transactions. Like,
so you have a long history with the account, and they...
Bro, you know my work now. Like, I've done billions on that account. I'm not even capping. So it's just, I have a lot of history with the account. In fact, after the first time I went to the bank to take all my money, a lot of people that already have my account saved, they were still transparent. So I would have to go back to the bank again, and they were like, this guy, why are you still coming back? You said it's not put money. I told them, this account it's not my fault. A lot of people have it saved, so they just send money when they need to buy something. Like, no sympathy at all. Like, no prior warning that, okay, you guys should. They can't just start closing people's bank accounts like that.
Actually, my account was also restricted, but I didn't know exactly why, so I had to keep calling the bank severally. And I think I also did a Bitcoin transaction, but I didn't put it in the description, so I guess that was not why.
That's the only way they could have known that they are trading.
Yeah.
There's any crypto transaction if you had it in the description.
In the description, in the narration of the transaction.
Bro, it's really unfair. That's 737. Sometimes I would have typed 737. I would have, almost completed the transaction. I just realized, I can't log. I have to start logging into FCMB app and stuff.
So now, no more relations with your former bank again. You have to move all operations to another account.
Yes, I have to move all operations to my former bank account. I have to do that, and it's really, really stressful. It's still stressing me out till now.
What do you think they should have done in terms of this crypto stuff?
Well, really, if you wanted to ban anything, I feel you should at least tell people to stop. If after you pass the notice for people to stop and people are still trading and they're still doing all those transactions, then you can take actions like permanently closing the account. You understand? But no notice, nothing. They just came out on that day. When was it? I think it was January. They just came out and, it's just so sad. If it was another country, they would have at least told people to, okay, you guys should stop this thing. It's now illegal. But nothing like that. They just decided to close people's accounts. Like that day, I just decided. I was one of the advocates of Nigeria. No, to pick up for it because we were actually making it. But right now, I just tired. I just want to move.
You want to jackpot?
I want to jackpot. When that thing happened, I had a lot of money in BTC. Like I just had to leave it there because now I'm now getting more interest in doing it. I'm getting more interest. Like I want to actually, because for them to make things something like that, let me people do it. Let me continue trading. To be honest, and I think I'm learning and I'm getting better. Man, that was how we lost one very good customer.
I'm sure to them it's nothing, but to you it's
to them it's actually nothing. Who am I?
Sorry. Thanks a lot for speaking, man. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir.
Appreciate. The second video was the stance of the Vice President of Nigeria, who mentioned that the country, although we had a negative growth or recession because of the global situation in 2020, and we had a little positive growth afterwards of 0.11%, taking us out of recession. The Vice President was also talking about promoting investment in people and talking about import and export restrictions, which I also talked about slightly in the previous video. He talked about the fintech or financial technology growth in Nigeria. You've heard a lot of news, I'm sure, about new companies getting funded. And when it came to his stance on cryptocurrency, he mentioned that cryptocurrency will challenge normal banking systems. And he said that the blockchain will provide far cheaper options when it comes to the fees. To see this at play, just head to the blockchain exchange platform, blockchain.com, and select any random transactions. You will see transactions worth millions of dollars with little fees being done in very few minutes. He also mentioned that some banks have created their own cryptocurrency. The Vice President of Nigeria mentions that the CBN and the Security and Exchange Commission should give some thought to regulation and not the prohibition of cryptocurrency. And that's where I'll end that. Hey guys, Future of Fisayo here. So Nigeria mainly earns foreign exchange through oil. A country grows when they earn foreign exchange, and oil is one of the biggest ones for Nigeria. The closest and one of the other biggest areas of foreign exchange, especially for Nigeria, is international remittances, aka when people send dollars, pounds, or foreign currency into Nigeria. One of the initiatives that the CBN came up with after the ban of cryptocurrency was to boost inflow of dollars so as to grow the country, and the initiative is called the Naira for Dollar scheme. What they announced was that for every $1 that Nigerians receive, they get 5 Naira. So does this mean that if you receive $10,000 in Nigeria, you get 50,000 Naira? Well, yes and no. There's a cost of transaction when people send any amount of money. If you make a transfer locally to any of your guys, in a Nigerian bank account, there is a charge, there is a transfer fee. And globally, according to the World Bank, the highest one is about 7%, and that's from Western Union, which is also quite popular. So people who send hypothetically $10,000 to Nigeria would have to pay $700 in fees, or 330,000 Naira approximately. If the Nigerian person receives $10,000, for the Naira for Dollar scheme, they receive 50,000 Naira as well. So this means that the $700 that the sender is paying in fees, or 330,000 Naira, has automatically reduced in a way to 280,000 Naira if you remove that 50,000 Naira that the person received. So essentially, we are reducing the cost of transfers, and again, we're letting transferring money or sending money into Nigeria become more attractive. This is according to analysts. So that's something that can help Nigeria generate some growth. I'll leave a link to a Steers Business article if you want to get a lot more detail about the Naira for Dollar scheme. Anyway, from the looks of things right now, it doesn't seem like the CBN would be changing their stance on cryptocurrency, despite the contrary views of the Vice President and many of the Nigerian populace. Because of the ban, it's almost as if cryptocurrency is used for only illegal things, and it doesn't seem too far off, from what you can expect from something that is not traceable. However, I think it's a generalization, and I do know that a lot of people trade cryptocurrency honestly, just because it's a fast means of receiving payments from another country in the world. Companies like Quidax, which I have mentioned in a previous video multiple times, they started working on a P2P platform where people can trade with each other, but without involving the Naira. Others like Bitcoins as well have developed their system, and as we all know, Paxful has been a global leader, and there are some other platforms without involving the Naira, but this causes a lot of friction. Was an outright ban the way to have gone, or do you think the Vice President calling for regulation would have worked? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next Finance Friday video.